Friday, and the dog over at my neighbor's house will not stop barking. Hi everybody, today is Friday the 27th of April. Yes, I was checking my calendar, and I'm continuing my Plan As You Go week, it's a month. Plan As You Go month, where I'm showing how I plan every day for an entire month, and I'm using the Scribbles That Matter bullet planner only through the next 3 days, and then I'm going back to my Erin Condren Bujo combo because I'm ready for that. If I sound like I'm wiped out and my voice is all deep and Kathleen Turner-ish, it's because I just rolled out of bed and I need to get this done because I have a bunch of church shit this morning. Everything I tried to avoid yesterday, I have to do today. So let's just get into it. So looking at my monthly calendar, I have a Patreon thing I have to get posted today, and then I have 2 meetings at church. I also am releasing the prompts and the printables for the Llama's Love Lettering Every Damn Day and the Rando Doodles Challenge for next month. That'll be in the Facebook group. But if you don't use Facebook, I'm going to also put them out on the Cindy Guentert-Baldo website. Both of those are linked down below if you are interested in doing those challenges and getting like a printable instead of just seeing it on Instagram. I'm going to get my habits filled in really quick. Okay, we're bouncing over to Rando Doodles, which is South Park this month. And today's doodle is Big Gay Al. One of the questions I've gotten about how I do these doodles and some of the other ones where they basically look true to the original is, do I use a reference image or do I draw them from memory? I'm going to tell you right now, I use a reference image. Why do I do that? I'm not trying to create artwork I'm going to sell or anything like that. The reason I use a reference image is because I'm trying to get better at different styles of art, whether it's the way that you draw cartoon characters or the way that you draw South Park characters or whatever. And you start to learn by rote if you do it over and over again. So for me, a thing like South Park every single day, now by the end of it, I'm getting more comfortable with this style. Even though it's very simplistic, it's harder than you think it is to get all of the proportions right. And so using a reference image, not to trace, but to look at and to use that to draw, really helps start to train my hand so that when I go into original drawings, I have those skills under my belt. There's nothing wrong with using reference images as long as you move past that when you start creating your own original works. The only time I've ever been able to draw something like this from memory was back in the 90s when I could draw Marvin the Martian and Tweety Bird from memory. That was because I did it all the time. But no, I have never drawn Big Gay Al from memory before. Big Gay Al kind of got hidden, but I need to save room for Mr. Slave, Clyde Frog, and Terrence and Phillip, and I think that I'll have just enough space. Today's Llama's Love Lettering Every Damn Day Challenge is West Side Story, and I seriously feel like I'm one of those radio hosts that would do radio shows in the middle of the night back in the day where they would be talking kind of about sexy things. That's how my voice is feeling right now. Fun fact, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. My son sat through the entirety of West Side Story, one of the first musicals he ever saw, without getting up to even go pee. That was when I knew he was really starting to like musicals, because that's a long one. Now today's doodle is Dreamcatcher, and I don't know how to draw a dreamcatcher. I don't have dreamcatchers around. It's not my thing, so I'm gonna just draw how I would imagine somebody having a dream, like in the end of Mario 2 when he's asleep and it's obvious he's dreaming things. That's what I'm gonna draw. And for those of you who can't see what that says, dream goes here. I got to get today figured out. I have 2 meetings at church today. One of them is with my minister, and then right after that I have a meeting with a couple members of the board and my minister to do some planning for next year. So I'm gonna get those written in. I didn't do that earlier in the week because I was drunk when I did this plan with me and I didn't want to screw it up. And then for this section, I wanted to list the stores I need to go to grocery shop for the week. I had hoped to go out of town and go to like my usual Costco Winco run, but I don't think I'm going to have time today. So I'm going to go to Target and Trader Joe's, and then tomorrow hopefully hit the farmer's market. And I will say I've been to Target way too many times this week. I feel like my brain is falling apart ever since my grandma died. So I got to figure out a better way to get my grocery shopping done now that I'm struggling. I normally am good at it. For some reason lately, I just can't seem to get the hang of it. And then I have my Patreon hangout tonight. And then I had this list of 2 other things to do, and I don't know what that is, so I'm going to leave it blank for right now. Set a very ambitious to-do list for myself yesterday, and I did not accomplish half of it. Well, maybe half of it, but that's about it. I did get some videos filmed. I didn't edit them. I did get one of my podcasts, the episode for Monday, edited. You're going to love it if you're listening to the podcast. This interview is fantastic. It sent me to a super zen place. I never put a munchkin on for my mood yesterday, but for those of you who watch me on Instagram stories, I was talking about how procrastinating I felt. So I'm going to use this new munchkin to represent how much I felt like a procrastinator yesterday, because it was so bad. I could not shake it. And then for today's to-do list, I'm putting down 5 more minutes one, because that's what I did this morning. 5 more minutes. All right, I'm going to set my to-do list for the day, because that's what we do here. I think this is an accurate representation of everything I need to get done today. Wrap up a couple of things for work, take care of a bunch of church shit, and then get the house filled with food because the kids get back from their dads today. We have a lot of things going on Sunday this weekend, but Saturday, for the most part, things are fairly mellow, which means I can spend a lot of time getting ready for the stuff on Sunday, and I don't have to worry about that today, because today I do need to get some work done, and these meetings are going to suck up, for the most part, at least probably 3 hours of my morning. Now I just need to get some coffee in me and take a shower and wake up and not sound so Kathleen Turner-ish, because I don't want to go into church sounding like I'm a phone sex operator. Let's just put it that way. What are your plans for the weekend? Are you doing anything exciting? Do you know what I'm doing this weekend that's exciting? Going back to my old planner system, because that's exciting. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.